Let's figure this out. I think this is it. Hopefully we're live. You guys are hearing me. It says off air. I'm going to hit on air. Geez, I don't know if you guys are hearing me. This is a microphone muted. Okay. Geez, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Hold on a second. I need to call and check to make sure. Give me a moment, guys. I want to make sure that this is working. Hopefully it is. There's no. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or this is even working. All right. Well, hold on. We might have confirmation here. Eric?
Yeah, you were coming through fine. So just do exactly what you did before. You should be able to restart it.
Is it working right now? I don't know if people are seeing this. I have no way to gauge it. Can you go to my YouTube?
And then I think it was working, and then you hit something and it turned off.
Is it working now?
Hit whatever you hit before, and it should come back on.
I don't know, Eric.
There you are. You're live.
Is it working?
Yep, you're live.
Thank you. God bless.
Okay, bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, we got confirmation. We are live. Thanks for being patient with me. As you know, my house was lost to the fire in Paradise, and I'm at my daughter's house. Thank you all for coming. And I want to start this broadcast tonight because it's very much still a lot of stuff going on up in Paradise where the campfire happened. There's a lot of stuff going on there right now still. None of us were able to go up, and it will be a little while before we're able to. So I just want to say thank you all for coming. I'm just happy to be here before you. And we have a lot of work to do. For a moment here, I want to start this event by paying tribute to our people up in Paradise. The police, the first responders. I'd like to call just for a moment of silence for our people up there. Just for a moment before we start. I think it's appropriate. I think our people need it. For the people, for the children, for the animals, for the first responders, for our police, for the rescue people who were up there rescuing, for the citizens of Paradise, California, our mountain men. They stayed behind to help the citizens of our town. They stayed behind. They risked their lives for the residents of Paradise. Many of them didn't make it. Many of our rescue people, police, firemen, children, animals, everybody. They didn't make it. A lot of them didn't. To all those that put your life on the line, who perished in that fire, in their bravery, in their courage. their integrity, their heart's so big. They give their life for their neighbor. That's how they live their life. So courageous. We thank them. And we'll never forget, and we'll never forgive. We'll never forget. We'll never forget what you did. Your memory will live on with us forever. The spirit of the American male and woman. There was women up there too in rescue missions. It was the women of our town stayed behind. Young people are resilient, and we stick together. We were a tight-knit community. What these people gave to America their whole life was an example of what they were doing up there on the ridge on that day and still today. How they live their life. They're our heroes. Those are our true heroes. Not the people with slicked hair and gold chains, fancy cars. Those aren't our heroes. The people who put their life on the line to save a child or an animal. Those are our heroes. Those are our people. Folks, we need to remember who we are and where we came from. We have lineage that goes back hundreds of years. Our people, our ancestors that came before us. They fought battles and wars. They were under great attack too. Don't think they weren't, because they were. We come from them. We carry their blood and the memory. It's called DNA memory, and we carry it. That's who we come from. We got to go back to that, knowing who we are and where we come from. Because if we don't know who we are or where we come from, we'll never get anywhere. We'll never be able to have a vision or the heart or a plan to fix our country correctly. The cost that our men and women paid, the price with their life. So you and me could have freedom in this country. Something called Revolutionary War. There's been a lot of blood spilled in our country. They paid the price for us citizens in America to live free, to live on the land as we were intended to be. Humans were never intended to live stacked and packed on top of each other. It's a recipe for disaster. People need room to grow and to raise their families. Americans only probably take about 10% of America, if that. 90% of our country is empty. We should be on it. The people should be living on it. Raising families, raising food, doing whatever it is they want to do. The price has been paid for that. Generations and generations past. And we have to remember that. We have to remember it. It's who we are. Can't forget who we are. They're trying to change who we are, who our country is, what our country is. We can't let that happen. We can't allow a simple thing like a corrupt media change the thinking in the hearts and the very fabric of our society. We can't allow propaganda to infiltrate the minds and the hearts of our people and our children, the next generation. We're going to have to secure the future of the next generation. We're the ones that are called to do it because of the time that we're in and all the weaponizations of all the systems that have been in place that are before us now. We're faced with them, and we'd better face them together And I see the women coming out, you girls, the matriarchs of America. I hear you, I see you. I'm so excited. And we're going to spend a lot of time together because we have a lot of work to do. You men, I've been spending most of the day today emailing you, CEOs in the country, people, a couple of world leaders in 2 industries. Sent them a couple of emails. I spent most of my life loving on people, helping people. And I've made some powerful friends along the way. People I call family, people I call friends. And they're going to be with us. They'll be coming out. They'll come out. I have 3.5, 4 years of talking with them. We're not leaving this country in the state that it's in for our children. We're not going to do that because we love them and this country belongs to them. We're going to identify the weaponized systems together. I already have. Took me 4 years, thousands and thousands of hours, day and night, day and night. I was commanded to learn these things, and I did. I'm going to send you to men I trust. 3 or 4 men. There'll be a 4th one coming. I'm going to send you to their YouTube channels because I trust them. These are our heroes. These are men who are intelligent. They're brilliant. They're geniuses, in my opinion. They're amazing. They have a sixth sense that sends them, rises them above to other dimensions so they can see things that are before us. They've identified stuff. They're going to help you and your families. We don't have 2 or 3 years for me to talk to you. I'm going to send you to them. You're going to quickly see, real quick, get caught up to speed where we're at as a country. I'm going to be spending time with the women of this country and the men. The strong, the bold, the backbone of this country. I'll be with them. We're going to break these systems down one by one. The reason why is because we have to. We can't leave this earth with these systems in place for our children. We can't do it, and we're not going to. The women are coming out. You men are sending me your women, and I thank you for it. I'm not going to keep them forever. You're coming too. The men and women together. But they're coming out, as I expected they would. Thank you. Because we can't do it without you. It's required that you all step up. Even our teenagers, our college kids, people around the world from different countries that I talk to all day. I call a corporation, they'll hook me up with someone over in India. So I talk to people all over the country, a lot of millennials. I talk to them about what we're doing. They're excited. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. You want to live free and happy. And you will. These channels that I built, the Real Reality Project is for us to get our country together, for us to unite. It's a platform people come all across America, come and we can share ideas and work together to fix our country. Transforming in the Word of God, well, a lot of people need that knowledge and wisdom. And that platform will be a very important platform. And all you sisters and brothers will be there. You're going to go there. There's a lot of messaging from the Father that will be delivered to you there. The Natural Healing Show. Our people are sick. I know they're sick. That was all part of the research of 4 years, but I already knew about healing for decades. It's going to be easy. It's not that difficult. Because if we're not healthy, we won't be able to secure this country. We won't have the brain, the clarity of our mind, the strength in our bodies. We just need to get healthy. That way we can think clearly so we can get this job done. Restoring our country. The VIP music show, well, you know, I'm a musician and I don't get to play or record much anymore. But we're going to have a music show because there's a lot of independent artists all around the world who are brilliant. And they don't get a chance to get heard. But we're going to give them that chance on the VIP music show. It's going to be intelligent music, thought-provoking, fun, upbeat, uplifting. It's been a long time coming that you could hear this kind of music. I'm real happy. Me and Kevin Hutch of the Chicken Lovers Music, we're going to bring that music to you. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our children need to hear real good messaging and intelligent music that makes them happy, makes them feel positive, makes them feel hopeful about the future, builds them up. It'll pump them up. That's what our kids need. We can fix America. I've been spending all day and night for years figuring this thing out, looking at everything, top and bottom. I even see the people that are coming against us. And I see them. I know who they are. I'm not impressed. Neither should you be. Our people are great. They're strong. They just need to get healthy. That's all. Their minds are good. Their minds are strong. I know. I talked to them all day long for years. They're strong. Our kids are strong. The only thing we have to do is get their body cells pumped up with nutrition. We're going to do that on the Natural Healing Show. We're going to get everybody healthy real quick and real easy. It's a no-brainer. Royal bee jelly. Royal bee jelly. Those bees were given to us so they would pollinate the food, the plants. Well, it's a two-part system. The bees were given to us to pollinate the food, but the products that the bees create, the royal bee jelly, the honey, the bee pollen, these things will feed your body cells and get you boys and you women and men, everybody healthy, our children. We're not going to be any good. We won't be able to help nothing if we're not healthy. It starts with health. So we're going to get everybody real healthy real quick. So everybody will be real smart up here in their brains, because when you're healthy, you can think smarter. When you're not healthy, you lose some of your intelligence. You really do. The clarity of your mind, you can't think right. I'm really happy you're all here. I really am. It's been hard. I need to get settled in a new house. The recording studio you guys see in that picture was only half of the studio I built. It wasn't quite completed. I regret I wasn't able to take a picture of it completed because there was more equipment in there. I had prepared a lot of bells and whistles. As you saw, lots of entertainment. I figured if you were going to have to receive all this information, I was going to entertain you in a light-hearted way. Balance it out, good and bad. I'm giving you the information that is not so good. I was going to entertain you with people coming in, comedians and things. Balance it out. We're still going to do it. When I get my new house here real quick, I'm going to build a studio again. It's going to be bigger and better. Out of the fire. Our spirit is stronger. Clear in mind what we need to do. We're good. Real quick, I want to go over couple of things this evening. As a personal favor, you need to know what's going on, and I want you to know. So I'm going to ask you all to go over to 3 channels. YouTube, you go subscribe. And you watch their videos and you learn. Turn the football off. It ain't about football no more, guys. They created football so you'd be disconnected from what's going on, so that you wouldn't be a part, so you wouldn't notice. So you'd be just so perfectly entertained that you wouldn't understand or know what's going on. I'm going to ask you for your country and your family. Skip a season of football, at least part of it. Spend some time educating yourself real quick. It's going to be necessary for you to understand the severity of what's going on in our country and what's happening to our people. So please go to the Fullerton Informer, Joe Imbriano, the Fullerton Informer. Go to him. He's going to help your families. Go to Richie from Boston, YouTube. He's going to help you. He's going to help you a lot. These are my friends. Go to Richie from Boston, YouTube. Subscribe, like, and share. Share them with all the people you know, all your friends and family, coworkers, everybody. We're in a battle for our republic, friends. Time is really short. Go to Grindell, 61. Gary Galino, Grindell, Grindall, 61. You go to their channels. You folks in America at Grindell 61's channel, you're going to learn what they're doing to our country through the legal system and the court system. City by city, town by town. And what's happening here in California, they're going to roll it out all across this country. So it matters what's happening here in California. Folks, I ask you, subscribe to the men's channels. Those 3 men are our heroes. They've dedicated all their time. They've given up the things that they've given up. They've been taken away from their families. They've given up the things that would be beautiful for them and their families' lives just because they were called. They heard the call and they were equipped in the mind, in the body, in the spirit, in their soul. They were equipped to do the task and they did it. For years, these men have been gathering research, hours, thousands and thousands of hours. And they do it because they love their country. And they do it because they love us, the people of their country. They do it because they're creatures of love. And we're blessed to have them. They're our heroes. Today, a site was given to me, and I went to it. In future broadcasts, I'm going to share some information on my own besides those 3 guys' channels. But we have lots of problems in the country. Many, many, many of them. They can all be corrected quickly. I like to do things quick. I'm a fixer. I fix things. Women, that's what women do. And men. We fix things. That's what humans do a lot. We were created to build things and fix things. We just were. It's when we're at our best, is when we're building things and fixing things. I saw a video today, and I posted it to Facebook. It was a feed by CNN. And the news anchor was Wolf Blitzer. And they were covering, I think it was called the Borderline. I believe it was the Los Angeles club event, the tragedy that took 12 of our citizens' lives. So the gentleman who was covering this, we watched Mr. Blitzer cover the event. And as he covered it, he spoke. And I want to be clear about it. So let's be clear. So CNN was, Mr. Blitzer was talking about the Borderline Club tragedy event and 12 of our citizens who had died on that day. I'll make note that most of these events are happening, these big tragic gun events are happening right when these big fire events are happening, back to back. I'm curious. So curious. So he reported that there were hundreds of young people that were line dancing on the floor. He stated, in which you could assume that the bar would be packed full of people, playfully having fun in a line dance. And when they cut to the live feed on CNN, you could hear the gunshots in the background going off. But there were no people, hardly, in the bar. So I asked, where were the 200 people or the hundreds of people that were in that bar that Mr. Blitzer said were line dancing? Where were they? Where were they? You could hear the gunshots going off. You could see the event. So if he's saying there's hundreds of people line dancing when the gunfire's going off, where were they? They should have been line dancing. Our media for probably ever, not most of the time, not forever. I think we did have good media in this country 50, 60, 70 years ago. We had choices and options. We had propaganda, state-run TV for many years. This is why our people are divided, because they believe what they see. We're getting the truth and the lie in the same feed. People are confused. The media and the entertainment system, the education system, medical system, military system, political, the financial, everything. The church, it's all been weaponized. It's all been overtaken. It's a cancer onto our people. It's dividing us. It's getting us to pit each other after each other. It's horrible. And it's not who we are as people. It's not who we are. What they do is the media shows you events and things, people, situations. They show a small percentage of our population might be in those people. It does not represent the entire country of our people. A friend today, 25 years old, I had told him that there's so much toxicity. Everybody's getting all this. There's all kinds of toxins in people, where they're harming each other, criticizing, judging. They're just being hard with each other and not loving. And I asked him, why do you think that is? I just wanted to know what he thought. And he said it was because all the racism that the media portrays. People are supposed to be racist against each other. Yeah, we have some racism in the country. But it seems that the media is pumping it up and fueling that fire. Our people are not that wicked against each other. They're just not. They're just not. For the most part, we all join in with each other. In my circle and many of my friends' circles, we have a complete mix of everything. We're not, many of us in this country, we are not racist. For many decades, the propaganda machine media wants to pretend that we are. And some of our society is, that's true, needs to be corrected. But when people have nothing, they have jobs, they barely have a home to live. They see the cities and the towns they live in are increasingly being littered with more and more and more homeless people. Look at our cities across the country. You'll see them. The drug addiction, the alcohol addiction. It's rampant in our country. We have to fix it. I see billions of dollars, trillions actually, going everywhere but to our people. Billions going out. We just gave each American citizen $1 million. What is that, 329, 39, 49 million? We've given billions to other countries. Why can't we set our people up on the land so they can live happy and free to do as they please? I think every American citizen should have an acre or two of land. Our country's big enough. These fires that are happening in California, a month before the Camp Fire, my hometown, Paradise. I understand they passed a law. PG&E is not responsible. We can't hold them accountable. Seems to me that they've been given a free ticket to weaponize their utilities against us with their smart meters, whatever else they're involved in, which is other things we'll get into later. You'll learn more at Richie from Boston. Now we're supposed to bail out PG&E. They're passing a law. We're going to bail out PG&E, huh? Now we're going to pay PG&E. This is in my opinion. So that they can give us technology and equipment. It's going to blow up in our homes, set our homes on fire, destroy communities. We're going to pay them to do this through taxes in a bailout program. I say no to that. What do you say? When we bailed out those banks in 2007, it should have been the American people who were bailed out. There's no entity, no corporate entity too big to fail. That's a fact. No company's too big to fail. Our people need to be bailed out. How do you make a country weak? You take the good food out of the country. You get rid of all the good food. Sure, that's a good place to start. And then you poison their air. You lay it out with metals, aluminum, barium, strontium, mold spores, viruses. Gotta love the love. You poison it, the air. And many of us now, we know. We know what's coming down on us in the air. It's poisoning our food. It's poisoning our animals, our waterways, our respiratory systems. It's poisoning our people. It's got to stop. How did we ever have something called Jade Helm? Some of you people may not know what I'm talking about. I don't want to bring on too much tonight. Back in 2012, 13, 14, we had a little thing called Jade Helm hit our country. Military operations right here in America, in our backyards. It was held in Texas, I believe Florida, and some other states. It was the United Nations, foreign troops running operations, military operations in our country, in American citizens' backyards. Some of the citizens from Texas said, no, you're not coming onto my land. What were they doing here? Why were they moving tons of military equipment, tanks, equipment, moving UN troops around our country? Why are they here? In my opinion, but I'm allowed to it. UN never comes into a country unless they're getting ready to take it over. And that's a fact. It just is. We have so many people in this country that don't belong here. They mean to do us harm. They prepare long and hard for decades for this moment. We're talking about the second and the third generation of people that are coming from countries that our country, aligned with the UN, went over and bombed their families, bombed their towns, bombed their countries, and destroyed them. They're looking for restitution. They're looking to pay back. I can't blame them. Someone came and bombed my country and bombed my citizens, took my family away from me. I don't know what, I probably would just pray for them. But I understand why they feel the way they do. And they're allowed to it. Because their families were taken and their countries were taken from them. These are the people that are on the move, mass exodus. And the caravan coming in, that caravan, Mexico coming in. The propaganda machine, they're so good. They put those women and babies in carriages out in front. Everybody's dressed so nice. But when you really look at these caravans, you'll see that most of these men are men. And they're men of fighting age, young fighting men. These are the lions. And in my opinion, these are the locust army coming in that the gospel tells us about. We're in that time, friends. We're in that time. We have a lot of work to do. And it requires all of us. No one can sit it out. Our people are sick. They're malnourished. We'll get them healthy. That's not a problem. That's easy. We need to call the family in to the house, to the table. Men and women, hear me. We need to call the family into the table. It's time that we prepare our children with information so that they can operate with clarity and truth. The truth will set them on the right path, the correct path that they need to be on. I need you women and men to get educated real quick if you don't know what's going on. Many of you do. That's good news. Many of you do. In the 4 years, I was day and night. I was looking at How many video views were being watched? Millions and millions of people. I'd garner to say a few billion people in the world now understand what we're faced with. But if you don't, you're confused. Go over to those 3 channels. The Fullerton Informer, Richie from Boston, Grindell 61. You'll learn real quick what we're faced with. We're going to fix it. Don't be concerned. We're going to fix it. Whatever it was that you were doing to spend your time, I'm going to ask you to see that things are different now. That things are not going to be the same. They're just not. People now understand. They can't deny it. They now understand what's going on. And they want to help fix the country. So we're going to call in the family. On these channels, we're going to go over everything that we need to do real quickly. I know people are busy. I know we're all busy. But we don't have a choice. Because if we don't step up and step in, we're going to lose our country. American people can save our country. I know that because I know our people. I know them well. I'd stake everything on it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think that the American people weren't up to the task. I know they are. We just have to get healthy and educated real quick. And I know what we all need to do. And other people are sharing. You know, look, back in the 50s, I think it was, there was a guy who drove across from California to New York on a tank of water. He powered his car with water and a steam engine. He drove his car. He was on the media for 1 day, maybe 2. We never heard from him again. The technologies have been already revealed that are clean and healthy for us. The technologies and the energy that we're living with now is dirty energy. It's dirty technology. And it'll kill us in the long run. Shortly. And we'll go over that. I talked about the 4G and the 5G. We'll fix it. So be encouraged. Stay happy. The best thing you can do, stay happy. Don't give them 1 minute of you being angry. Don't be angry. That's not going to fix nothing. We got this. Americans, if anything, we have love, lots of it, and the spirit of charity and unity. We're going to be just fine. We just have to come together. I'm going to ask everybody to put a call out. You've got to. Time is short. It is really short, but we can do it. I need you to share these links. Share the links of those 3 men, our heroes. And I mentioned the YouTube channels. Share these links. We need people to be here to hear what it is we all need to be doing. We're going to do it. I just want us all to remember who we are, where we come from. Just remember who we are, who our people are. Yeah, our grandfathers, great-grandfathers, grandmothers, everybody. That's who we are. We come from them. Well, we actually come from the Father, but those were our earth parents He gave us. Love on everyone. Help the neighbor kids. Just help children right now. Our kids really need a lot of help. College kids, teenagers, the young kids. Hire them on the property. Give them some work to do. They love to work. They need to earn some money. It's a time to donate what you have that you don't need, that someone else needs. Dig it up. Dig it up. And give it to someone who needs it more than you. Our people need us. The people who are strong in our country. The people who are weak, who are living on the streets. People who have been burned out of their homes, who are living in cars. They all need our help. We're losing our towns faster and faster. They're really laying down fast and hard on us now. You live in America, anywhere. Join us in California. We need your help to push back what they're trying to roll out all across this country. I want to tell you I love you with all my heart. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Donate to the people of Paradise. That was a community of a lot of old people on retirement, fixed incomes. A lot of people in Paradise were barely making it. Month to month, day to day sometimes. I ask a special favor. Take care of our police. Our men and women on the force. I know them well too. I know them very well across this country. They're under great attack. They're under great attack. Without them, where would we be? What would happen to us if these men and women on the force, they didn't get up every morning and go, put their life on the line so that we could be safe? Our police departments have been weaponized too. They know it. Our fine men and women in the force, they know it. Over the last decade or so, has been installed and in place. Some bad people. They don't belong in the force. These are hard people. And the good people on the force have a really hard time being around these people in their departments. And they know what I mean. So we need to pray for them every day. Pray for our men and women on the force and their families and their children. They need our prayers. Pray for our president. Pray for everybody around the world. Be happy. Just be happy, okay? You girls who've come out, I knew you would. I knew you would. Join me tomorrow, 7 o'clock, transforming in the Word of God. I need the sons and the daughters to be there. Go get your people. Go get your sons and daughters. We need everybody over there transforming in the Word of God. Some powerful messaging from the kingdom will be delivered. You need to hear it. Stay happy. Just love on everybody. You're going to feel fine. Smile. It's just a muscle. You can do it. I love you all. Pray for our people. We need it. We'll see you soon. Much love.